Thank you so much for choosing us tonight at 11. I'm Brien McElhatten. We begin with an example of how quickly a small fire can grow out of control and destroy your home. That's what happened in the Chestnut Hills neighborhood this evening in Fort Wayne. When severe weather hits, you want the information you need to keep you and your family safe. 21 Investigates reporter Carly Van Cleve explains how to make sure your phone is up to date to get those emergency weather alerts. Indiana Attorney General Todd Rokita is suing a LaGrange County car dealer. He's accusing Flexible Auto Sales of rolling back the odometers on cars sold to at least 42 people. Wow, what a difference 48 hours makes here, right? As our journey towards summer-like weather took, well, a big detour. Thanks for choosing us here at 6, everybody. I'm Brien McElhatten. That cold weather is our top story tonight. More importantly, though, when is it going to end, right? That's the big question. So let's say good evening to First Alert Chief Meteorologist Matt Leach. Matt, you've probably been getting peppered with this question on Facebook all day.
Yes.
To the election now, the votes are in and the results are ticking away at the bottom of your screen right now. So let's begin with the race for Fort Wayne mayor. The incumbent, Tom Henry, will run for a 5th term. No mayor in this city has done that before. Our Tyler Brummett spoke with Henry earlier this evening. With one collective overarching theme here, an attack on any one of these countries is considered an attack on all of the countries. Now, keep that in mind because that brings us to Ukraine right here.
What does that say about your own integrity when you can't push back against a former president now who continues to lie about the outcome of an election?
People are asking, well, why now? It seems fishy as he announces his campaign and he runs for the White House. This is a hit job on him, right?
Sure, that's one of the arguments.
That brings us to California, where people were dealing with wild weather, catching so many people off guard there. For example, the first blizzard warning ever issued by the National Weather Service in San Diego.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. Those softies out in California. I can say that because I used to live there. I was one of them. Can you imagine them trying to drive down the freeway?
Oh, gosh.
I mean, the stories that I've heard, they can't even drive in a 100th of an inch of rain out in Los
If it gets
Angeles
cloudy, they're like, oh no, we better stay home. You know, it's crazy. Now is the time we can come back out here and give you a quick recap.
In our community,
someone needs a windscreen on the microphone. I know it was hard to hear some of that because of the wind. We'll get that fixed at some point if that was our fault. But well, let me bring you up to speed here. We know that there were 2 separate incidents at the airport that, out of an abundance of caution, led the authorities to evacuate the terminal earlier today. There was a suspicious package of some sort that had police curious about that. And then at the same time, there was a passenger on board an airplane who suddenly decided to get off the plane. Those 2 things, unrelated, happening at the same time was enough to sort of raise a red flag at the airport, and that's what pushed everybody out into the parking lot until police could get a hold of the situation. The Fort Wayne police are struggling right now to buy new police cars and make important repairs to their existing cars. Here's what I've learned. Fort Wayne police are still waiting on cars the department ordered back in 2021. Those cars are used to replace others that are past their service lives. As you see here, police cars endure years of hard use, and the older they get, the more expensive they are for taxpayers to fix. And here's the problem. Detroit can't keep up with orders for police cars. Production slowed during the height of the COVID pandemic, then came the shortage of parts, and nearly every police car rolling off the assembly line is already spoken for by some other department. That leaves not just Fort Wayne police, but most police departments across the country in a big bind right now. So, what does this mean for you, your taxpayer dollars, and of course your public safety? We'll answer those questions in a story you'll only see here at 7 o'clock, guys. Okay, so where do we go from here? Well, I asked the big 3 automakers who are making these police cars what the status is with the supply shortage. GM got back to me. They said that the Tahoe is being produced in greater numbers now, but they didn't give me any specific numbers, so kind of vague information from GM. Ford acknowledged my question, but still hasn't answered it. And Stellantis, which makes Dodge, didn't even bother to email me back or return my calls. So that's where we stand now. Likely this is a problem, I'm told, that will last for a few more years.
A few more years?
That's right. So police departments are going to have to figure out how do we keep these old cars on the road. And as Marty Bender said, do we need to reduce the number of cars on the road and maybe have 3 patrolling an area instead of 5?
Yeah.
Well, we've all seen squirrels, rabbits, probably even deer in a neighborhood before. I caught those on the trail cam over the weekend. How about a random cow? This is what one Fort Wayne homeowner woke up to on her doorbell video this morning. The cow decided to just take a stroll through a nice southwest Allen County neighborhood last night around 10:30. Today, 21 Alive News Now digital anchor Amr Abbas got a chance to speak with that homeowner, and, well, here's part of the interview. And that's going to do it for us here at 7. Now, tomorrow is a first alert weather day, and our reporter Alex Null is here now to tell us more on what he's working on for tonight. Alex, what you got? Okay, news you can use as we expect the potential for severe weather tomorrow. We'll see you at 11. Good night.